Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for October 13th to the 19th. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and we're going to jump right in, Team Aquarius, right into this gateway. It is here, it's powerful, it's promising, and your life is going to dramatically change this week, okay? You're going to feel the difference from the past few weeks where there is a little bit of a squeeze. There's going to be even the opposite of a squeeze for you this week. I'll explain that to you, but you're definitely going to still feel that intense passion with Mars and Mercury and Scorpio. You see what's happening at the end of the week. And we talked about this, right? We talked about passion and energy and emotions, all that last week. We broke it all down. So you're going to feel all of that, especially when it comes to career. You're going to have a lot of emphasis on career, money, work. Those are really big things, but there's a lot of other stuff happening. So if you, like stability and commitments and fated events and getting what you deserve, and me wearing green and not doing my hair, and maybe some October surprises, yeah, the good kinds, you've come to the right week. All right. Now, Monday, October 13th, you got Venus moving into Libra. This is a big deal. This is a loaded day, too, by the way. So, Venus, remember, is in her domicile now. She's at home in Libra. She rules Libra, where she does her best for you when it comes to love and money and creativity and beauty and your pleasures and your values. And her powers are amped up with the sun in Libra as well. So you are going to feel magnetic and optimistic and social because she's the life of the party. All right? She makes magic happen. And the fact that her lover, Mars, is in his domicile in Scorpio too, and he's fired up with intense determination and drive and willpower, meaning you will be too. This is so much intensity, but it's feel good intensity. It is burning passion because Venus helps take the edge off. All right. Now, Mars and Scorpio, that's your 10th house. You got Mercury there too. Remember that career, fame, the way that you want to be recognized is very public facing, the 10th house. Yeah. So even if you're retired or not working, it's still just your passions, what you want to be known for. It's also honors and achievements. It's big. This is a big, really big deal where you feel this. I mean, honestly, it's been 2 years since Mars has been in Scorpio, but this is around the time when next week, we will move into Scorpio season. So there's always that energy around this time of year for you, but you throw in Venus and Libra, and that's your 9th house. So there's something here very interesting happening for y'all. It's the 9th house is spirituality. It's your belief system. It's self-belief. It's also your philosophies. It's seeing the big picture for yourself. Even like life purpose. And with what's happening this week, a lot of y'all are going to have some really dramatic shifts. Okay? Really, really big shifts. So you've got the power couple, Mars and Venus, right? The power couple of our solar system co-creating this transformation that you're going to experience all month. You're going through some big transformation. It's huge. They're here all month. So am I. And when I say transformation, yeah, that's love, that's money, that's relationships, that's marriage, it's contracts, it's networking, it's intimacy, it's your investments, and commitments. Those are going to be the biggest themes, but most of all, your burning passions. Now, you're also going to experience with Venus and Libra, that's publishing, that's broadcasting. You're starting podcasts. If you are, online, there's so much great stuff here. Yeah, if you're a content creator, that's amazing. You've got some great stuff happening. If you're writing a book, that's amazing. If you're traveling, and a lot of y'all will be traveling this week or planning travel, Oh, this is a big thing for you. Going back to school, a lot of y'all going back to school, you're learning things or you're teaching. That's the ninth house. Think of, it's wisdom, right? You're imparting wisdom. So at the end of the day, it still is just your burning passions. And this is your magic carpet ride into the gateway. Now, one thing though, is that you do see Venus in Libra opposite Neptune in Aries. 0 degrees. You're likely still feeling Venus opposite Saturn from over the weekend that's spilling over into this week. So, what does that even mean? Well, there's definitely going to be some moments with money, with love relationships, with contracts, with creative projects, creative endeavors, also your dreams and your ideals. Big emphasis on travel, education, and expanding your horizons, like your worldview. There's something that you want. It's almost like there's this box that you want to get out of on this day. Okay? So, on this day, ask yourself with any of the things that I just mentioned, right? Love, relationships, contracts, money, your dreams, all of that. How real is this? Is this going to be a thing that is long lasting? What's fantasy? What's real? With Saturn involved here, do I want to take on these responsibilities? Is it worth my time and energy? Yep. Is this making me feel more confident? Saturn and Pisces, that's your second house. So not only money, but also self-worth and self-value. So it really is more about your commitments and the commitments that you're going to be making. Venus is the little sister to Neptune, okay? The lower expression or the vibration, right? And so there's a little bit of them being at odds, which is fine. You want to find the middle ground. And how do you do that? Well, they both rule music. And remember, sound is healing. And I want you to remember this because we're going to talk about this is a big week of healing too, especially for you. Okay. And and when I say sound is healing, yeah, it soothes the soul. Hemisync, I talk about hemisync. Remember hemisync, you want to do that hemisync. Jazz, listen to jazz, listen to Mozart, okay? Uh, fellow Aquarius, listen to Harry Styles, fellow Aquarius. So I say this because this aspect can really set the tone of the week. And you don't want to enter this gateway with illusion, delusion, fantasy, all those lower frequencies of Neptune. So it's all about finding the middle ground. And again, the biggest things for you, it seems like there's something that you need to communicate. There may be something with communication. There may be something here with, a business that you're launching, something with publishing, broadcasting, like I said. Online would be like a really big thing here, like website, blog, internet stuff, okay? Just FYI, as well as social media. But either way, and family is a big thing, okay? But either way, it just feels like there's something you need to communicate. And so take this time for you right now. Have a moment for yourself, meditation, creative expression, art, the arts, go to a museum, a gallery, go get inspired. All right. Neptune rules all that. And this is when Neptune can cloud some things. So you just want to take a moment for yourself to know what you want moving forward. All right. It literally takes me 20 minutes to write all of this down on this whiteboard. Yes, I am left-handed. That's one of the reasons why. Okay. We know how left-handers are with whiteboards. But in those 20 minutes, Aquarius, my right brain, right, that creative side, it's a whole other world, but it takes over. And it's calming and it's spiritual and it's rewarding. Remember, Neptune is visual, visualize, visionary, vision board, Trello board, whatever you want, whatever you need. Just use this day to be creative. Okay? Creativity is just your soul expressing itself. And your intuition will be off the charts. And this is a day where, yes, you're going to have a big moment in terms of might go deep. Like, what is my life purpose? Like, what is the big picture for me? You hear the church bells? This is going to make me cry. If you're new to my channel, I am an Aquarius. So Aquarians have been going through it. So just connect with your intuition because you're about to kick into high gear. Look at what's happening here. Pluto. Yeah. Pluto in your sign, in our sign. Pluto, that's power, empowerment, transformation. Scorpio's modern ruler of the underworld, is going direct. And when Pluto moves, he moves. And you, out of all the signs, will obviously feel this the most. All that deep inner work that you've been doing, even shadow work, since Pluto went retrograde in May, oh, you're ready to show the world. You've had your moment with that. Everything that you've learned, okay, by going deep, by going within, you're ready to show the world what you're made of. And you're going to hit the ground running because Pluto's out of bounds. And that's very rare, okay? And he's going to be out of bounds all month. Y'all saw your monthly forecast? Pluto out of bounds? He's a bit unhinged. He can be a little extreme, and he's in your sign. This is all about you. And remember, Aquarius is the very, it's the forward thinking, the independent, very original sign. The rebel of the zodiac does its own thing. Yeah? That's why I can do this. I do my own thing. Anyway, you have to remember, please remember this. This is why this is so big when Pluto moves for you, is because Uranus, your ruling planet, is trine Pluto. It's part of that prism portal. And if you don't know what that means, I'll leave the video at the end of this video where what you can expect for you, Aquarius, for the next 2 years with this prism portal that you've been feeling since the summer. And what have you been feeling? Well, with Pluto and Uranus and Gemini trine each other, that's them connecting. That's currents of energy flowing between them, bringing you change. And remember, Uranus and Gemini is in your 5th house of joy and pleasure and romance and creative projects, creativity, having kids. It's procreation. The 5th house is sex. You've got all this Virgo energy we'll talk about too. So this is a week of your awakening. It's a week of your breakthroughs, freedom. That's Uranus. That's you. That's Aquarius. Remember that independent energy. So not only is this your transformation, it's revolution. That's Pluto and Aquarius. So seize the day. Carpe diem. This is your personal revolution. Don't resist change. Uranus wants you to shake things up. Okay? You're definitely going to feel this. You're going to feel charged up. You're going to want radical shifts. You're going to want significant changes, especially with everything that I just said, that 5th house. Okay? It's like you are now saying, okay, there's been some months that went by where things have been a little, and I wasn't getting all the pleasure that I deserve. I'm going to go get it now. Pluto's direct. Okay? This is a big deal. Pluto natively rules Scorpio. Remember that. So a lot of this will have to do with career for a lot of y'all. Okay? Remember, Uranus is your ruler. The sky god. Pluto, ruler of the underworld. Yeah? As above, so below. This is your higher calling. Connect with it, please. There is going to be something this day, by the way, with the moon in Leo. Wow, there's going to be something here with partnerships, relationships, and even just a lot more creative expression. You're going to feel this. It's that inner child that's going to come out. It's fired up. Oh, you're going to feel this day. Now, I would love to officially welcome you to the Gateway, your magic carpet ride. A red carpet rolling out for you Tuesday, October 14th. We have our first grand trine, and it's a grand air trine with Venus in Libra, trine Uranus in Gemini, and Pluto in your sign. And remember, Uranus is trine Pluto. There's your pyramid. It's a party. It's a party in the sky with all the air signs. So this grand air trine, You are going to feel this is intellectual, it's inspiring, it's social, it's planning, it's decision making, it's communication, agreements, making agreements, it's all of that. And so this is really nice. Again, this is connecting you, Pluto, and your side. You're having big transformation. You're seeking pleasure, that hedonistic energy. You're really, especially with career, what career and jobs, profession brings me joy and pleasure. There's also, a lot of y'all having babies. It's your fifth house. Starting creative projects. You're just going to be in the zone. And it's going to be part of your spiritual awakening with Venus and Libra in your ninth. And there's money here too. There is a sense of, fifth house, even there, like there's an entrepreneurial air about that. So trines, as you know, are supportive. They have the nature of Jupiter. They work in your favor. When you have a grand trine, that equilateral triangle, it has this greater potency, this charge like a battery to 3 areas of your life. And again, let me emphasize, this is all about your deepest passions and love and money and networking and writing projects and creative projects and your worldview, life purpose, travel, publishing, contracts, your future dreams. And it's going to bring new beginnings and breakthroughs and surprises. Remember, Uranus is all about the unexpected and surprises. So if you're single, chance encounters, sliding door moments. Uranus is, brings that shock factor. So there can be some shocking revelations as well, especially with Mars and Mercury and Scorpio. All right. Uranus is like lightning, by the way. All right. So remember, it's feel-good intensity. It's that magnetism. Even just Venus trine Pluto in your sign alone is so strong. It's humongously strong. That's a money magnet right there. So there's likely something with money on your mind. Okay? And a sense of reinventing yourself. And I did say in your monthly forecast, it's the first time anyone on this planet has experienced this grand air trine. Okay? You're entering a brand new era, a new frontier. You're expanding your consciousness. And this week, you will be taking risks, okay, while staying true to your authentic self. This is your big break. And technically, it is a kite formation, another planetary configuration, because Venus is opposite Neptune involved here. Neptune is still conjunct Saturn. Doesn't matter that they're in different signs. They're still, connecting, bringing reality to your dreams. This is a big deal. All right. It's a really big deal. Now, what makes it even a bigger deal is the fact that you have Jupiter trine Saturn on that same day. 25 degrees. First time that we've had this in a long time. Over a decade. 12 years. 11 years. 2014. So you've got this grand air trine. You have the 2 power brokers, Venus and Mars, in their domicile, working their magic for you. And now you have Jupiter, the planet of luck and good fortune and abundance and wisdom and expansion, working with Saturn that brings you stability and structure. This is recognition and success and just good fortune, right? To your long-term goals and commitments. This is pure potential that's long-lasting. And you've got Jupiter and Cancer in your 6th house of work, with Mars and Mercury in your 10th house of career, and Saturn and Pisces in your 2nd house of salary, money, finances, income. What? With that grand air trine that you're a part of, with Venus and Libra, money, I mean, you have no idea how big of a gateway this is, because it is bringing you everything. It's all about the long term. And this is when you start feeling that optimism, and security. It's very cheeseburger in paradise. It's a whole new sensation. You building a new foundation through all of the month through November. This is huge. When you have Jupiter trine Saturn, it is a big deal. And also, health matters is the sixth house. So maybe even like fitness, physical fitness, doing something like taking up Tai Chi or gardening. You do have Mars in Scorpio. Mars is physicality. So even something career related that is physical. Anyway, this is really amazing. Now, if you're a cross watcher, if you watch your rising or your moon, or for your husband, okay, Zach, or for your sister, whoever, yeah, there's a lot happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tell you what you're going to feel the most. And it will be Pluto going direct, obviously, but all the other fixed signs will too, which is Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. And then you are also going to feel the grand air trine the most, okay? All the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And that, if you have any planets in 0 to 3 degrees in your natal chart, birth chart, oh, you got this. You got this. And then also the same thing with Pluto. Pluto's what, like 1 degree? So same thing there, all right? So if you have planets 0 to 3 degrees in Aquarius or any of the fixed signs, oh, you're really going to feel that. Now, Jupiter trine Saturn, that will be water signs, and I'm going to throw in Capricorn there. But everyone, remember, will feel all of what's happening now. Here's the thing. Are you sitting down? I hope you're sitting down for this, okay? Go get a bag of edamame, protein shake, whatever you need. Get comfortable. This is a loaded day. Thursday, October 16th, you have the Sun square Jupiter, 24 degrees. This is a good square. I don't mind it. It's great because all it's doing is expanding your worldview. All right? That's Jupiter. That's Jupiter for you. Jupiter, remember, expansion. And especially for you, like your everyday activities, it just feels like there's something here that you need to see. Don't forget the sun is in Libra in your 9th house, and that is Jupiter's home. So you will really feel this when I say this is a week where you're going to see things in a very new way. Your philosophies, the way that you see things, your perspective, all of that's going to start shifting, okay? Especially in work as well as home, family, and just wisdom, inner wisdom. It's a little bit of like home improvement meets self-improvement is what this is. Remember, Jupiter doesn't have an off button, so avoid overdoing things, or excess, But here's the thing. While that's happening, while you have the Sun square Jupiter, you have the Sun in Libra opposite Chiron and Eris and Aries, which perfects on Friday, but you do feel it this day. And you do feel Sun square Jupiter days before, days after. So you have a T-square, okay? You have the Sun in Libra opposite Chiron and Eris, And then you have Chiron, all right? And then you have Chiron and Eris squaring the Sun and Jupiter. So there's going to be some healing that you're going to be doing. A lot of it's going to be healing of the mind. A lot of it will have to do with travel, education, learning. There's going to possibly be some healing words that go around this time. It is your 3rd house where you do have Chiron and Eris, who's Mars' sister. So just be mindful this is going to happen, okay? Chiron is all about old wounds, and it can go really deep, all the way back to childhood, all like deep in your subconscious. People from your past may be coming up. You may be thinking about people from your past around this time as well. We'll talk about that. Yeah, there's something else that's amplifying that. But this T-square, again, you've got the Sun and Jupiter involved. So there's confidence in healing. This is you facing your fears. Remember, Eris is helping you rip off the Band-Aid. And there is a sense of optimism in terms of, I will do this. I will, climb that mountain. I am going to, face all my fears, and I will forgive and forget and move on because I don't want any more old wounds. I'm not letting old wounds define who I am. This is also a day where it is all about kindness and acting on kindness, and you may receive random acts of kindness from strangers, from loved ones, okay? Even me, Team Aquarius, we got each other. But on top of that, on top of the grand air trine, the rare grand trine, the prison portal, you have another T square. This is with the moon in Virgo. So this is where I'm just like, okay, Aquarius, let's talk. You listen, the moon in Virgo, 0 degrees here, right? So Virgo rules health, work, your daily activities. Moon in Virgo can be very analytical, can be very over analytical to the point of like worry about everything that you don't need to. It's very detail oriented. You've got the moon in Virgo that will square both Uranus in Gemini and Juno that's now in Sagittarius. And remember, Uranus is opposite Juno. So that's another thing that is Virgo rules your 8th house. 8th house is death and rebirth. It's Scorpio's home. You've got a lot of this Scorpio energy, okay? Juno being in your 11th house, that's your home, right? So it's your friendships, it's networking, it's your benefactors, allies, it's your support system, community, even social media. I think I mentioned that's like a thing here for you. So there's something here where on top of the healing, there may be something that you're seeking justice for in wealth building, in your transformation, in partnerships, relationships as well. This is deep, all right? But there is a sense of commitments here. Remember, Juno is Jupiter's wife. And that's another thing, actually. Venus will actually sextile Juno, which is so amazing this day. So that's really great, all right? And we'll talk about those in the second spread. But we also have a Yod this day, too. There's so much happening. Look at what's happening here. You have Mars in Scorpio. Remember, that intense passion, determination, transformation is going to trine the North Node and sextile the South Node in Virgo. So this is amazing. This, right? There's a nodal axis. There's something destined here. So please pay attention. Please pay attention to this day. Opportunities will open up for you. And just grab them, okay? Because they're destined. If you've been vibrating at a high frequency, remember Jupiter's trine Saturn too. Saturn's in Pisces like the North Node. Saturn is karma. You got Mars on the nodes of fate. So the fact that you have Mars in your 10th house of career and fame and just your reputation, trining the North Node in Pisces and your 2nd house of money, income, salary, finances, but also self-worth and self-value and material possessions, things that you value. There's something big happening here because Mars will also sextile the South Node in Virgo, which is in your 8th house of transformation. Okay? This is big. 8th house is also not only just like work, Virgo energy is like work and daily activities, but I mean, it's your 8th house. So again, something here with partnerships, and it is the South Node. And this day, the moon will actually conjunct the South Node, sextiling Mars and Mercury. So do you see how there may be a really big shift that happens for you that's fated? All right? When I say out with the old, in with the new, 8th house representing death and rebirth on the nodes of fate, this is deep transformation. This is meaningful. It's spiritual. It's purposeful. It's your life purpose. It's the nodes of fate. It's your mission statement. This is you fulfilling your dreams, your destiny with confidence and compassion. This is a gateway within a gateway. This is big. This is a loaded potato. This is huge. Remember, Mars and Mercury and Scorpio, truths coming to the surface. Yeah? So there's something here where you're going to see some truths coming to the surface. And it may be within you, it may be something with career, your reputation, all of that. But again, you've got the moon conjunct the south node in Virgo. That's old habits, old patterns. It's people from the past. It's maybe even memories or, circumstances from the past. They're coming back. Okay. And this is the day where you're going to ask yourself, what are you willing to surrender? Scratch that. Actually, let me rephrase it. It's Mars and Mercury in Scorpio. Mars is like a laser. This is a day where it may be a little bit of cold turkey letting go. All right? And that's Mars. And it's Mercury too. So, yeah, you may be communicating. Now, and we'll talk about that a lot more in the second spread. There's so much more to it, but Mars is definitely moving the needle forward for you, all right? And fast. Because Sunday, October 19th, you got Mercury conjunct Mars in Scorpio at 18 degrees. Buckle up. You've been feeling that all week. You've had a lot of career matters, your reputation, all of that on your mind, having conversations, even maybe negotiating. But whatever it is, you feel amped up. Mars and Mercury, like when they merge their energies in intense and passionate Scorpio, that's big, okay? Because remember, it still brings in that element of partnerships and investments and wealth building. Now, if Mercury is what you're thinking, Mars is how you get it. So this comes with a disclaimer because it's extra penetrating. It's beast mode. It's stimulating. It's fiery. It's expressive. It's hold my beer energy. It gets the job done. And yeah, Venus is in Libra, by the way, so that, holds the peace. Great. But you will feel this high intensity verve with your goals and your ideas and your networking and career, with a big focus on investments for your future, building relationships and wealth and your legacy. So this is, like I said last week, literally the phrase, you can do anything you put your mind to. This is putting wheels in motion. This is being the first person in the office and the last one to leave. This is big, especially that office reference when it's in your 10th house of career. That's a big deal. Jupiter trine Saturn, Jupiter in 6th house of work. I mean, this is a big shift, all right? Just be mindful with Mars and Mercury in Scorpio. Why? It's Mars and Mercury in Scorpio. So it can be tempers flaring. It could be a bit abrasive, very 9-inch nails, you remember the grudge energy I talked about, not letting things go. Also revelations, truths coming to the surface, and being reactive, not responsive. It can be manipulative energy, mind games. It can be power struggles, come at me, bro energy, hold my beer energy. Yeah, it works both ways here. Okay? Remember, Scorpio is a scorpion and has a stinger, and those stings linger. All right? So just be very mindful. Pluto in your sign, Scorpio's ruler, is planets gone wild. Remember, you create your reality. You're on a karmic magic carpet ride journey. Everything that you do has ripple effects. So this is a great time to use this energy where it's being hyper focused on your goals and your legacy. You've got these amazing gateways and you want to take advantage of them and stay at that high frequency, because this day, yes, another thing not on the whiteboard, I talked about this in your monthly forecast, you have another grand trine, another grand air trine with a moon in Libra, Uranus in Gemini, Pluto in your sign. This is huge because the moon will conjunct Venus in Libra. So there's a lot happening for you here with relationships, with money. This is very like love is in the air energy. It's feel good. It's fun. It's exciting. It's social. It is the dancing and Barbie. You're Margot Robbie right now, ready to go explore human people. This is setting the stage for the one-of-a-kind new moon in Libra, one of the best of 2025 next week. So, who's going to feel Mars and Mercury conjuncting the most? Well, it'll be all the fixed signs. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and you. I'm going to throw in Gemini, Virgo, and Aries. If you have any planets 18 to like 28 degrees, remember, they're traveling together for some time. Any planets in your birth chart and any of the fixed signs, you're going to feel it the most. All right. And thank you, everybody who has signed up for greatawakener.com. It's been so much fun. Y'all are amazing. I can't even with y'all. And yeah, this is going to be the week where I do launch my super secret fun project. The first of its kind. Yeah, I told you I'm an Aquarius. Okay. Anyway, everything's in the description box. Anyway, let's get started, Aquarius. Let's see what's going on for you for this week, October 13th to the 19th for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right. Yes. Aquarius, you are amazing. I'm so proud to be an Aquarius. I do a traditional cult cross spread, offers the best overview, especially for a weekly reading. And you know that if we need to pull clarifiers, you know I got your back. Don't tell any other side. Anyway, Team Aquarius, y'all are amazing. We're in this together. We got a lot happening. Just wait until we get to November, by the way. You are like, just wait. There's a lot happening. Let me just see something here. Let's get started. Aquarius, you, are good. AF. But we gotta talk about something. You got the Lovers. Come on. That's amazing. So when I talk about partnerships, relationships, when I talk about even the fact that you have Uranus, your ruler, in Gemini, in your 5th house of love and pleasure and partnerships, there you go. You got something on your mind. And something happening for you. You have Archangel Raphael here with the full abundance of the sun, which is joy and optimism and opportunities, vitality. You got something really big that you're moving into this week right away. And remember, even all this Libra energy right off the bat is huge. Okay. You have the moon in Libra, or you have the moon in Leo. That rules your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, first 2 days as well. So there's going to be emphasis here. Okay. Really big emphasis. And at the end of the day, it's actually your choice. You get to choose. Which way do I want to go? There's something very spiritual here. All right. So there's something here where you are not only like expanding your consciousness, but there is this high level of energy that you're going to feel right off the bat. So amazing. And it can be career. It can be love. It can be wherever you're putting that energy. But wherever you put it, you got the Queen of Wands. In the heart of your spread. That's amazing. She's the Queen of Wands. She invented the law of attraction. She gets whatever she wants. This is someone who is so regal, so charming. This is someone who is full of passion. That's what wands are. And she's the queen. You're good. You're really good, okay? This is, speaking of the sun, right? You do see the sunflower in her hand, and the sunflower is in her throne, right? They exist in the actual sun card. She has the powers of the sun. When I say magnetic, she can get whatever she wants. That's you. She's also the entrepreneur. She's a businesswoman. She's Romeo and Michelle when they put on the business suits. But that's amazing. Okay? Because, again, there's something here with career and work that for a lot of y'all. But, again, if you're not here for that, your passions. And she is the very, like, out of all the queens, like, the most, like, sexual. All right? The most, you know what I mean? Like, that's, You do have Uranus in your 5th house of love and romance and all of that. Anyway, so you're good. You're absolutely good. That's really amazing. You're getting something of what you want, and it does feel like there may be someone else involved. Now, you also have Justice in your challenge area, though. So when I said earlier, this is your choice. You have Justice, okay? 2 things here. It does look like there may be some breakups. It does look like there may be some endings in relationships here, okay? And it's because it's your choice. You're feeling really good from it, okay? That's part of your journey. It's your healing journey. Sun in Libra, by the way, Venus in Libra. Libra, obviously has to do with like marriage and love and partnerships and contracts. Justice is attributed to Libra. And Libra rules your 9th house, like I said. And the 9th house has to do with the courts. And you see the judge here. And so there is an element of contracts there too. But that's just letting you know. All right. Secondly, Justice is highly associated with karma. So again, there's something fated here that may be happening. And thirdly, it may be someone who is just ready to just maybe have a conversation with you about where do we go from here. Okay? And it really, again, may have to do with a lot of y'all. It's going to be love, romance, and a lot of y'all, it's going to be work, career. Now, that 5 of Swords in your crown, you know that is an Aquarius card, the 5 of Swords. So, it's in your crown. And the 5 of Swords is a little bit of that Mars and Mercury and Scorpio can be, has that sting. All about self-worth, self-respect, self-dignity. That's what this card is. It is a challenge card, but it's asking you, like, remember, A, what did I say earlier? What are you willing to surrender? Yep. Secondly, can you drop these swords like everyone else has? Yeah. So it does seem like there's something on your mind where it's a little bit of not seeing eye to eye with others. And it could even be like this tug of war that's happening up here with you in terms of it just feels a little scattered. Like there needs to be compromise. Like we don't want to end it this way. Our intern was so good over the summer and we want to keep her for another, like whatever it is. There just has to be compromise. And there has to be a little bit of stepping back to see things again. Big picture, that type of energy. Now, 8 of Wands, a root of your spread. That's one of the reasons why that may be happening. Things are moving fast. This is movement. This is swift. This is action. This is that verve I was talking about. You see the wands are completely aligned. Something's aligning for you. And remember, wands are your passions and your ambitions, a lot of creative energy. We also call this the arrows of love. If you are here for relationships, it does feel like there is a little bit of there is movement. There's also you feeling a restlessness, like this needs to land or this needs to take off, and whatever it is, you will feel it. Move with that energy. Okay? This is very auspicious. And when I said when Pluto moves, he moves. And when I said you're going to feel it, you're going to feel it. All right. But remember, Mars and Mercury can bring a little impatience and that Scorpio energy. There's a lot happening for you this week. 10 of Wands in your future. There's something that is coming to an end. Okay. 10 of Wands is, 10 is the end of the suit, right? And it's Wands. So we're at Wands. Yeah. Your passions, but also have something to do with career. They're associated with career, profession, enterprise. There's something here you have to recognize. It's like when I say, what are you willing to surrender? He's carrying way too many wands to the point where he can't even see where he's going. He can't even see his future. And remember what I said, even with Saturn being involved, he always brings that sense of like responsibility. And it's a question for you. Do I want to continue to take this on? Now, You just got these two Sagittarius cards. I told you you have Juno in Sagittarius. Sagittarius rules your 11th house of your future hopes, which is long-term goals and dreams, as well as your communities and groups you belong to and friendships and things like that. It's very like there's other people involved. But here there really may be something in terms of whatever you're going after, okay? There may be a little bit of let's take a step back a little bit to see where we're going. What has to end for us to move forward? This is taking on a lot of responsibility. This is also burnout energy, but it's coming after that Queen of Wands and the Lover's card. And so there may be something here where, yeah, it could be like you got a new job, career, you got promoted, you started your own thing. Don't burn yourself out. Don't burn yourself out. It's all about planning. Even with that grand air trine, putting ducks in a row, this can be a little heavy, okay? But the good news is for a lot of y'all, when you recognize what it is, you have to surrender, what you have to let go, your load lightens. Yum. Let's get to your stuff. Aquarius, y'all, remember, this is for me as much as it is for you. All right. We're Team Aquarius. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on. Look how dark it got. And what time is it? Whoa. Yeah. Okay. And you know, love it. All right. Yeah. And I want to hear what's going on. Remember, you do have the South Node conjuncting the moon with Mars, all of that. Okay. Trining Pisces. Or the North Node in Pisces and sextiling the South Node in Virgo. It is your 8th house of death and rebirth, transformation. There's just something here that might need to... I'll even clarify that. I want to see... Oh, yeah. There you go. You're good. You're really good here. Page of Pentacles. You're great. You got the Queen, too. You got 2 queens. I love this. There is a sense of like leadership, even with the Emperor here. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you want this new thing. You want some new thing rooting up in your life. It can be a relationship if you're not here for career and work. This is very, it's Pentacles. So money and wealth. But again, a lot of it's like consciousness, to be honest. But let things root up. There's something new that you want. It seems like you're getting. Just don't, when we talk about investments, don't do everyone else's job, all right? Because there can be some enthusiasm here, but again, that can bring this burnout energy. You got the Queen of Pentacles in your external factors area. Yeah, there's someone opening doors for you here, okay? So she's the richest queen. And so it could even be like a Capricorn rising. She's Capricorn moon, whatever it is. There's someone who wants to help you build the world that you want to live in. Yeah. Giving you the tools and the resources to do so. And it does feel like this fresh start, to be honest. The Emperor, amazing. That's power. That's power and glory. This is mastery of self too. This is amazing. Okay. So it does look like you're moving in this direction, or at least you want to, where you have this control of your life, but also he's the ruler of the land too. And so the entrepreneurial energy, he's the father of tarot. So even like this parental energy, just really being that one that imparts wisdom and is just so comfortable in that throne where he has the world in his hand. You see the Egyptian Ankh in his other hand, this driving life force. But what I'm going to show you now, you got the 2 of Wands, where it's the only other card where he has the world in his hand. In your final outcome, they're both Aries cards. Yeah, remember Aries is all about leadership and pioneering spirit, very entrepreneurial. You have a lot of work stuff here, but that's really great because this is all about planning. The 2 of Wands, it's saying, yes, I've achieved this, feels good. I got the best view from the highest point in my castle. I can see what's ahead. I can plan things. I can plan my next step. So really, really nice. Just drop a wand or two here. It feels like, because that card has a little bit of burden. Okay, so just don't overburden yourself. Like I said, when you have the Sun square Jupiter in your sixth house of work, just be mindful. Don't overdo things. What time? How much time we got? I'm gonna clarify. Okay, let me clarify that 10 of Wands. Yeah, you want? Okay. There you go. You're good. I just don't even talk to me right now. You're gonna make me cry. You're good. Yeah, the King of Wands. You got the pair, the Queen, and the King. There you go. Power couple there, right? Two entrepreneurs. And this is the King of Wands. This is epitome of passion. This is the spirit. Epitome of fire too. Fire, right? Wands, fire, right? So that's passion. Very transformative king. This is huge leader who everybody loves. He's like the fun king. He's boisterous. He's can't sit still. Remember, so there's a little bit of restlessness. You see him leaning out of his throne here. That's how you're going to be once you drop some of those wands. And again, some responsibilities where you just recognize, okay, can't do all of this alone. All right. I can't. That's a little bit of pushing people away too. FYI, that Two of Wands planning. Oh yeah, I was going to clarify that. Yeah, King of Wands, very transformative. All right, Two of Wands. Oh, okay, there we go. The Hermit, amazing. Because Hermit attributed to Virgo, right? So remember, Virgo is still we're out of eclipse season, but you're still feeling that new moon solar eclipse in Virgo in your 8th house of death and rebirth transformation for the next 6 months, right? It kicked things off back in September. But you also have the moon conjunct the South Node in Virgo this week, your 8th house. And so you got to go within. What is it? What are you willing to surrender? You're really focused on your future here. He's looking into his future. That's good. That's great. That's some soul searching. Okay. So this is, again, it's really just kind of like having your moment, thinking about what you want next. And when I talk about that inner wisdom, I mean, gray and tarot, that's wisdom, right? It's all gray here. And what did I say about the sun in Venus and Libra as part of that grand air trine? That's your 9th house. That's that inner wisdom that I was talking about. And that has a lot to do with your perspective and your philosophies. Yeah. How you see things, but also the big picture, life purpose, all of that. So you're actually really good here. I would just get at it. There's a lot going on in here, but you have a lot. I'll do one more. You have a lot of feisty, Pluto going direct is a thing. And then Mars and Mercury and Scorpio. Oh my gosh. And the page of wands. Yeah. Drop those swords. Okay. Drop those swords. It does feel like here, look at what's happening. It's like maybe something happened. You're not seeing eye to eye with people. It's like, oh, I'm going to be really Aquarius. Keep people at arm's length right now. No, you don't want to do that. This is a week where you want to be social and network. You never know what doors can open for you, right? What's the saying? Your networking equals your net worthing or something like that. Anyway, page of wands. There you go. You want these new things, but this, that's a lot of wands. You got the page, the queen, the king, the 10, the 8. Wow. You got 2 pages. It's all court cards, major arcana. This is a significant week for you. All right, Aquarius, you're really good. Page of wands, it's just your imagination and just your passions, going after your passions. Okay. And knowing and having that confidence. And this is all about transforming your life. You're good. You're absolutely good. I mean, come on. That's a lot of passion. Drop a wand or two. You don't have to do things alone. Aquarius, thanks so much. Next week is the big week with the new moon in Libra. There's also a lot of other things, as you know, happening next week. And yeah, the second spread, we'll look at a lot of other things that are happening this week, especially with Venus sextile Juno. Wow, that's That's big. All right. So tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join. Really good and legendary members. Yeah, we have so much fun. Aquarius, thanks so much. Did I say my line? If you like this reading, it'd be great. If you like, subscribe, leave comments. Yeah. I really do. Tell me what's going on. Yeah. All right. Thanks so much, Aquarius. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.